Greetings, I'm Stachelin, and welcome to the island where there's so many creatures swimming around in the ocean you would think that's the actual island. This is the island kingdom of Loren, and we are back for another world build tour showcase video. Yeah, a little bit of slop for you guys to hold you off, because I do have to upload at least once in August. I really don't know why they're like this. They just they just swim in the ocean, and whenever I try and move them back, they go back out into the ocean. It doesn't matter what I do. I don't know why they're like this. Anyhow, welcome to one of my favorite builds that I've done in a long time. It's not quite the Forest of the Deep level, my favorite, but it is pretty nice. I am quite a fan. These first few buildings here are really just stuff for like farmers and people who fish. You got this small little municipal port kind of thing where people can come in with their fishing skiffs and right, they come in, offload, and leave, and they go out and fish more, probably catching cows for some reason, knowing them. But you also got, farming and stuff, as you can see. Got two wheat fields and a potato field because the person who this build is for, one of my moderators, asked specifically for potatoes because he's a notorious high pixel skyblock potato farmer. You got a nice little farmer's hut here. One of the few that I did interiors for, because I don't think I did interior for the other farmer's hut. Yeah, I didn't. It is barren in here. This is the other farmer's hut. And then you got a nice little blacksmith here. This is like my favorite part of the outside build. The exterior portion is this. That scaffolding keeps burning. For some reason, that lava is too close. I don't know how it's not getting any of the trapdoors or that stuff, but I digress. This card's pretty cool. Just like a random thing to show you, but I think it's pretty cool. I think I got this design from a YouTuber at some point. I'm not exactly sure. Also, using this stuff like water going into pots, using a piece of blue stained glass, very hype, very pog. I like it a lot. And if you can, now we're here coming into the city. Got a nice little bush here. I was so confused trying to figure out what to do with this tiny little area that when I just decided to fill it full of leaves, and that seemed to work really well. Anyhow, when you first come in here, there is a couple places you can go down. You can go down this small side street, or that small side street, or go forward. However, I think we're gonna go up this secret little path up to here to. There's another damn cow. Where are you coming from? I don't know anymore, man. That's empty. Anyhow, you've got these nice houses for, well, I can't really call them houses. They're more like really cheap apartments for rent. Heck, the bottom floor doesn't even have windows. If you're living on the bottom floor, like, this is just your life, you know? Not ideal, that's for sure. The second floor isn't nearly as bad. You know, you'll often have a window you can walk right through, but hey, it's better than no window, right? And that is the entirety of this street, occasionally broken up by, like, a well or something. But if you come all the way down, there's this cool little area with some books and hanging gardens. The hanging garden thing, idea, and design, I'm pretty sure I got from the YouTuber Flip, which, check him out. He's really cool. It really doesn't matter that I'm telling you guys to go check him out. He has like close to probably going on 3 million subscribers, whereas I have less than 200. So yeah, it's wishful thinking, I suppose. This little area is meant to be like kind of like a crime den. Like it's dark, it's dingy. People hide behind these crates when cops come looking. Not that there are any cops. Nobody actually lives here. This is technically a ghost town, like most Minecraft builds. If you're on stream, where I stream this world at twitch.tv/Stachelin, you can actually redeem houses here, and I will decorate them for you, and you unofficially live here. No one's redeemed one on this island. Actually, no, one person's redeemed one on this island yet. We'll go look at that in a minute. But yeah, this is just kind of like a little area where like maybe these are full of like illicit drugs or something. Who knows? come all the way down here, there's one final house to get to. The second floor, there is no way to reach it. Like a lot of these houses. A lot of the big ones don't really have any staircases because I was going to do them once people asked me, or once people paid for them. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then we got to figure this out. Right here, this is like a little tavern, inn. More so just an inn, but there is like, maybe, you know, someone working here could serve some beer. I don't know. This is all area where areas for records to be stored. This is, you know, a little bit of sitting area, maybe for mainly for reading. If you come up here, you got a couple of small rooms. This door keeps breaking, I don't know why. But yeah, you just got like a little shelf up here, shelf there for storage, bed, desk, potted plant, a little bit more storage. All these rooms are some variants of that. And they're just, you know, kind of just nice to look at. And if you really needed a place to sleep, you could. Of course, can't forget one of the most important parts of this build, the Technoblade statue. My favorite part of this build, 100% my favorite part. Aside from the little flower gardens over here, but we'll get to those after I talk about that one house that I mentioned, the only one that's been redeemed so far. Which I will have to explain a little bit of the backstory and lore behind this build. Wow, I actually hit that. I'm amazed. You see, it's the Van der Linde residence. Because this guy has got a plan, alright? So this house was redeemed by my moderator, which he is essentially king of the pirates now, but didn't used to be. He used to be the king of this island, and probably in the future I will expand this build to other islands. Not just like the small ones over here, but even more, right? And so he's here, and he's got plans, in parentheses call me Dutch, and he's got charts. He's got this nice little desk here that he's working at, you know, drawing up plans, working away. He's gonna rob a train or something. There are no trains in this world, but he's gonna rob one if he can find one. He's got a map of the island. Most of the island. This little portion's cut off here, but who needs that? Yeah, pretty cool. He was the only redeemed house, and is the man who was kicked out of his kingdom, just cooed out of power, essentially. And he has taken up residence back here as he is plotting his return. Then if you come to this area, this is like a little market area, as I'm sure you could tell. You got a candle merchant here, you got a dye merchant. These were meant to be other things. Agnes here, I guess I was selling copper here. I don't know why the copper's not here. Maybe I just forgot to put it Seaflow. I don't know what he was selling. Something. When I was first designing this world, I had a mod to make hanging signs have that make it so that they could be item frames as well. Like you could display items. Like here, I had a piece of paper because this is like a post office for the island essentially. And this here is a bar. So I think I put like a bucket of lava or something there. Yeah, you got a nice little bar here. Just be like racks of liquor. Come down here. Got more kegs of beer. Pretty simple stuff for a bar. One of the less detailed interiors. Here is a fish market. And of course, you have the mainstay of this build, Big Giant Castle. Which in the future, I will definitely build better castles. This was designed to fit this. And is a very odd kind of design of castle, I am aware. But, you know, it is what it is. I still like it, it just looks kind of strange. It's proportionally odd, to say the least. Sleep up here. This castle is 4 or 5 levels total, and also the wizard tower. So we can look at that first, I suppose. So this is the wizard tower. Ow. Oh, of course I went through the one window I can't actually get inside from. Alright, it looks like we're looking at the wizard tower from here. You got an enchant set up. Of course, it's nowhere near being maxed out. You got a pot of boiling water here, a cauldron, that's what I'm looking for. Probably brewing up potions or something. Got some brewing stands for more potions. Some books on lore, probably an amethyst crystal for I don't know what. And the ladder to nothing. And I would have shown you the ladder to nothing if I could have been smart about this. We're going through this window. Ladder to nothing is in fact not a ladder to nothing. It has his bed up here. Now, we get back to the castle. This top floor is where the throne room is. This is where Wucket used to be, ruling the land from. Now the statue of Technoblade. Essentially, I guess that makes Technoblade the king of this place. I guess, I don't know. Got a big old library here. See, this is sandstone like it's supposed to be for these candles. I don't know why the other stuff isn't. I really like this library. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm a fan. Of course, I hope I am. I designed the build, but, you know, there's a lot of times where I'm not happy with what I design. This floor has no interior. This was supposed to be, like, bedrooms or something. Never actually really did interior for it, though. Didn't even really light it up much. Down here, in this room, we got barracks for guards. Guess there's only, like, 10 total guards at this entire castle. But, I mean, it's a tiny little island kingdom. How many do you really need, you know? And, like, worst comes to worst, you can just hand a peasant to spear and call it good, right? Anyway, these are all the towers. They all have about this many floors. Some will maybe a couple more. It goes all the way to the top. I'm not going to take a ladder all the way up. It's incredibly slow. And here you got this cool little sitting area with the windows backlighting down. I kind of like this area. It's pretty cool. Looks neat. Whenever I look at this, I'm like, trying to remember where I'd seen something like this. And I can't think of where I've seen it. Because out of all the castles that I've been to, they don't have anything like this. But yet I keep thinking, like, I've seen this in a castle somewhere. If somebody knows of a castle like that and can think of it, maybe, like, send me a photo or something. So I can, like, be like, hey, yeah, that's right. Anyhow, dining room, this is what I was talking about with there being stone, not sandstone. I'm gonna have to fix this as soon as I'm done recording. But yeah, this is your kitchen, your dining room. Pretty simple stuff. Come in here. Basement would be down here, however, I have nothing done here. Eventually, I'll probably put dungeons down there if I do, like a part 2 to this build. Here are the flower gardens, one of my favorite parts of this build, aside from the Technoblade statue. Mainly because if you look at them on the map, they look super cool on the map. It's this really pretty, like, wave of color. I like it. This thing has no apparent existence or reason for use or whatever, aside from being, like, a gate to this area. The only reason this is here. And you got, of course, these, like, carts of wheat, because, you know, most of the people on this island would have to be farmers of some kind, right? I mean, that's generally how life was for peasants. Of course, there'd probably be a lot of fishermen as well. It's a lot harder to make the illusion of fish being stored as opposed to, you know, hay bales, which isn't even really an illusion. It is just bales of this hay and wheat sitting there. I like the scarecrow design. It's kind of cute and fun. I like the little bamboo, like, straw hat I put on him. All of them, rather. They all have it. I just think it's kind of funny. Also, bunnies spawn everywhere here. Thank God I didn't plant carrots, because they'd be eating all of them. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Where's the hoe? I also think I saw one over here as well that I should fix. But yeah, I believe that is really everything I have to show you guys. Maybe we do like a nice little fly up here, get a kind of an aerial view. There was actually a plan to do a secret little hobbit hole somewhere that never came to fruition because I couldn't find any area good enough to do it. But maybe when I come back and do a part 2, if I do, I will do one. But I do actually really quickly want to show you one thing. That being one of my favorite views on this island. When you're here with these trees and you look down, you get the little fog effect happening as you look back. And it's this really cool view. Oh, I love it. It's also really good from here, too. This whole area is really pretty. This pond. I love this little pond. Not so much a pond, it connects out directly to the ocean, but... Ponds, I think, have to be freshwater, but I could be wrong. Oh, actually, no, I forgot about this little detail back here. So there's a crashed little fishing skiff. If you come back here into this cave, the guy who was here, he didn't make it. But, you know, his bedroll's still here, which is pretty cool. He's got a little burnt out fire. There we go. Now I think you guys have seen everything there is to see. And so with that, I guess we're doing the outro here. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing, dropping a comment down below. Tell me, what's your favorite kind of cookie? And bye.